So basically, Kev, we're looking at the 10th of July. That's when this whole story broke of the original walkout, and here we are at the end of September. Kind of, is there any way we could do a quick synopsis?
Yeah, it's probably going to be hard to do it quick, but I guess like just to kind of start off and go through actually the events that happened. 5th of July, 10 days before they played Cavan, the walkouts took place, including eight Carnacon players who left the squad. 10th of July, they released a statement citing player welfare issues that were personally sensitive to those involved. Then 2 days later, the County Board statement, the Mayo County Board come out and backed the management, backed the players who stayed. And that kind of takes us up then to when Mayo played Cavan in the first round of the All-Ireland Series.
Absolutely, and they played them in Clonus that day. I was actually there, and I'm not sure if you saw it yourself, but it was an incredible game of football, and you could tell from all the girls that were there that, Jesus, they were hungry and they wanted to win and prove a point. And I think it said a lot then as the final whistle went, and the celebrations were just something else. It was like they'd won in All-Ireland nearly. So I suppose that was kind of a time when I felt, okay, this is quite serious. And then basically they went on and they played Dublin, and fair play to the girls who stuck around. They went out and gave a great account of themselves. They were beaten by the Dubs. Look, Dublin are incredible. We saw there on Sunday just what they can do. They went on then, they reached the All-Ireland quarter-final stages after the round robin because of that win over Cavan basically, but they were beaten by Galway on the day. And I suppose things seem to have settled down by that stage, and kind of nearly forgotten that had happened. You know, there were girls gone, and the players that stayed got on with it. Everything seemed to be okay, but then hell kind of broke loose again.
Yeah, as you said, like there was probably a 10-day gap where everything went quiet, and people probably just presumed that was the end of it for the season. I suppose then what happened at a Mayo County Board meeting, Carnacon were thrown out of the club championship to defend All-Ireland champions. It was a huge story. And then on September, so Carnacon had the appeal, they won the appeal, they were reinstated into the championship. September 4th then the players who were remaining in the Mayo panel issued a statement saying, basically backing Peter Leahy, saying there was no player welfare issues. The actual quote was, no player welfare issues exist or have existed under the current management. They also spoke about a failed coup against the management that took place. So then we fast forward 2 days later, Cora Staunton appears on Off the Ball. She says the environment was unsafe and unhealthy. And that was probably what kind of escalated things from there. Then on September 12th, Peter Leahy came out, defended his management team, and it was really the unsafe accusations that he kind of had an issue with, which he described as close to slanderous. So then he kind of said that the walkouts were over team selection issues. So then September 17th, the players who walked away held a press conference. They kind of outlined their issues with management. And then the following day, earlier this week, Mayo LGFA kind of reiterated their backing of the management and the players who stayed. And then I guess like that night then, Carnacon, the Mayo County Board had an appeal to the County Council about Carnacon's reinstation. So Carnacon were reinstated, but the 8 players who walked from the panel were suspended for 4 weeks, and Carnacon were also issued a €500 fine. So that kind of takes us up. And then yesterday, Peter Leahy came out and he spoke to us, and he kind of called for the whole thing to end and the public commentary over it, and basically just talked about the kind of pain and upset that caused by his family by the words unsafe and unhealthy particularly. He also said he plans to stay on for 2018, and he said that the door is open for the players who left to return at some stage, and he's not going to hold any grudges. So that kind of brings us up to where we are today.